Namaste, Jai Hind, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very unique way that we are having this conversation because three very, very erudite minds, august guests, people I have great admiration for, and we are recording this conversation so that we can bring you the right perspective. The simple common question across the political discourse as we are looking at the Lok Sabha election. So we'll try and saddle multiple issues here. But more importantly, is there a fight between nation first and region first? Or look at putting India first and national interests first, or regional challenges, regional dynamics coming into play. And is that the dynamic, or is that the conversation largely broadly between the incumbent and the challengers? So be it the NDA or the INDI alliance. Now, there are various layers, various issues that we can speak about, but is this the discourse that largely everybody's going to the voter with? Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, national spokesperson of the BJP, someone I have immense respect for, and after a long time, I've had the opportunity to sit and chat with him. Namaste, sir. Jain, thank you very much. Sanjay Jaji, again, somebody who is forever a congressman, but the Congress sometimes does not want him forever. So, in the unique position that he says, continuously staying steadfast with the ideology, original ideology of the Congress, even if the current dispensation is not so favorably disposed to him. But he's somebody I admire, an entrepreneur himself, and who made his big bucks within the startup revolution, even before startups became a big thing. But Kansham Tiwari with us, political commentator and academic himself, doing some phenomenal work in the education sphere, but he's also made politics his mainstay as national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Aap sabko namaste, Eid Mubarak, and festive greetings on the occasion of Navratri also. So, and of course the harvest festival. But Sudhanshuji, this nation first aspect, Kachativu is one issue. If you look at Bengal, infiltration becomes another issue. If you look at the opposition, it's largely individual regional setups in their interest. The BJP is trying to enter Tamil Nadu, a national party trying to get into Tamil Nadu for the first time since 1967, if my memory serves me right. Do you believe this is the discourse? And is this going to actually help you?
In my opinion, it is Amrit Kal, as been said by our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. And the biggest challenge of this Amrit Kal, he has said there are 5 products. Number 1, we have to make this country a developed country and the number 1 economy by 2047. And second thing is to get everybody out of the clutches of the colonial period and have pride. Third is have pride in our legacy. So it is not the issue of nation first. It is the taking nation out of the clutches of the legacy of the colonial mindset, which is still going on even after 75 years. So there are 2 options. One, BJP, which is having a pure Indianness from its inception. We were founded after independence. From our inspiration, no foreign impact, and now coming up with confidence. On the other hand, those political parties, which were the Gotra of the Congress, descendants of the Congress family, which was founded during the British time, having a sizable impact of colonial legacy, and the other are the communist and left, which openly said that they are the outside ideology. So India, whether it will remain, is still under the shadow of the aligned ideologies or will shine with the indigenous ideology, which is all set, in my opinion. Somebody can say that you are talking overconfident. I think the time has come up for India, as Prime Minister has said. Yahi samay hai, sahi samay. India is all set to rise in the world, not to dominate, but to motivate. India's rise will usher a new era to the entire world, and the glimpses of which is being now visible in India, which will become more glaring after this third innings of our Prime Minister.
Is that confidence, Sudhanshuji, or is it overconfidence? And is it healthy? If the NDA is 400 par, is it healthy for Bharat? Then does that not further strengthen this entire narrative of an electoral autocracy?
Yes, I would like to say the Congress ruled the country for 30 years continuously, 2/3, 300 and 400 majority. Why? Because at the time, people was carrying over an impact or some mindset that this is the party which has brought us the freedom. Whether it was fact or that is a different thing, but there was established feeling in the masses that this is the party which provided the feeling. So at the time, Congress was symbolizing the two nationalistic sentiment. And after that, from 1967 onwards, as you have mentioned, Tamil Nadu, first time a major compromise was done by Congress in Tamil Nadu by Indira Gandhi with Karunanidhi in order to sideline Kamraj. And there they paved the way for this type of ideology which DMK represents. In the same manner, if you remember, in North, they lost government in several states, from Punjab to Bengal, SVD government were formed. Then they joined hand with the leftists, because leftists were the first to support the Congress minority government of Indira Gandhi in 1969. From there, the deviation started, and gradually they were leaving their nationalist flank. Obviously, we were filling that gap, and the people of the country stands with nationalism, whether it is with Mr. X or Mr. Y. The Gandhian Congress was representing that, and Rahul Gandhi's Congress is not representing that. So now we are the true representative of the true Indian spirit right now, I think, which is coming up with full confidence in this Amrit Kaal.
Sanjay Jha, would you want to respond? A Hindu nationalist party, that was what the Congress was called by Muhammad Ali Jinnah. And today the Congress is being accused of being a Muslim appeaser, or a party that is only focusing on wooing the Muslim vote. Is this something that you would agree? The other part is that if the confidence of the BJP manifests, even if they come back and return a similar number as last time around, then what happens to the opposition? Does it then not become a regional opposition? That means each party is trying to cater to its own core voter base in their own area of strength, region of strength. And that's why I asked this question. Is it a bunch of regionally oriented parties which are looking at certain regions to keep themselves afloat versus somebody who's talking about a nationalistic narrative? Yes, Sanjay ji.
Anand, I'm taking off from where Sudhanshu ji ended. He used the term the colonial mindset. I think the Bharatiya Janata Party really suffers viscerally from the colonial hangover. How did the British rule India? Through a policy of divide and rule. I think the BJP over the last 10 years has demonstrated with absolute clarity that they are inspired by the British policy of divide and rule. And that's what they have done in India socially, politically, and economically. Let me elaborate that for you. We can all see that the original Tukre Tukre gang is the BJP. Who has polarized India? The BJP has. Look at economically. Today, you have the highest level of income inequality that we've seen in a long time. There's an income polarization to worsen the social polarization. And in terms of politics, look at the one data, can anybody refute it? That since 2014, Anand, 25 prominent leaders of the opposition have joined the BJP. 23 of them have had cases closed against them, or they are in court storage, and 2 are basically, flirting at the periphery. It basically tells you that in the BJP, you have a party that is very high on rhetoric, but absolutely pathetic on performance. Here is a party that is politically so corrupt today that it is willing to take anybody from anybody in the opposition politically in their assumption. So Ajit Pawar, Chakki Piecing, Natural Corrupt Party is an alliance partner. Praful Patel, accused of Air India shenanigans, has got the case closed against him by the CBI. We don't even have to talk about people, who are more illustrious. Naveen Jindal the other day, accused in the coal case, is part of the BJP. It gives you an idea today, does a nationalist party behave like this? The short answer is no, Anand. Because truth is, a nationalist party will never call the farmers separatists and Khalistanis and anti-nationals. A nationalist party will never allow a woman gang raped in Manipur to be actually not even getting the respect she deserves. For months, it was kept down under an internet shutdown. A nationalist party would, I would say, apologize to the women who are begging on the streets of Delhi when they accused a BJP MP of sexual harassment, and the Prime Minister did not even find a word to support them. And these are heroes of India, right? I mean, the women champions, Anand, you and I are both sports lovers. They are champions of India. And they were humiliated because it suited the BJP. A nationalist party would say that if Bilkis Banu was gang raped in 2002, we will hang our heads in shame if the rapists are released. And we did that on the 75th year of celebrating India's independence. If Sudhanshuji, who's a good man, if he believes that is called Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, then I think all of us, we are all men on this program, we should all hang our heads in shame. So I believe, in a nutshell, when you look at electoral bonds, and I want to end with this, what did it tell you? That this party does not understand governance. It creates a law that the Supreme Court calls unconstitutional. And the electoral bond, in short, tells you what is wrong with India. Corruption, criminality, the death of institutions, and crony capitalism, where his party has made a few people so rich that they believe that to the others, to the poor, to the middle class and the others, हम उनको हिंदुत्व बेच देंगे, वो शायद उसी में खुश हो जाए. But I think the people of India are fighting back. In short, the 2024 election is a fight between the BJP and the people of India. And when I say India, it's not just the India Alliance, it's the entire people of India against an authoritarian and I think a sectarian regime.
Right. Ghanshyamji, before I come to you, Sudhanshuji, respond.
Yes. He was saying that the biggest disparity is there, Sanjay Jhaji. Right now, 90 crore people are having an internet connection and 84 crore are having smartphone. This is the biggest disparity. We remember the days when 90% of the people in the rural areas were not have seen any telephone in their entire life. Those have not seen even a movie in their entire life. That was the equality, and now this is the disparity. Again, I would like to tell you that 4 crore people have got houses. This is the disparity. 11 crore houses have got the Shauchalaya. This is the disparity. 16 crore houses have got Nal Se Jal. This is the disparity. As per the previous report, last year, 41 lakh people have bought the automobile. India is right now, it's not our data. It is the international data that 7.5 crore houses are having at least one automobile, either two-wheeler or four-wheeler. This is disparity. These are the just one. Actually, what happened, the colonial hangover is such, I can say, though people may feel a little bit awkward, but right now our fight in some ways is more tedious or ticklish than fighting the freedom struggle. Because of the freedom struggle was like we were in jail. And everybody knows that we are in jail and we have to get out of it. But here it is like a drug. Drug has been imprinted in your mind and a person has become drug addict and he is in hallucination that this drug which is creating, if it wants to come out, then the drug effect pulls him back. No, there is nothing good in India. Everything was bad. They are talking about divide and rule. So I would like to say, when you say there should be a conflict between the Tamil and Hindi, then it is diversity. When you divide between forward and backward, this is diversity. Dalit and Savarn, diversity. Your people say that the South India should be separate from North India because they give more taxes. This is diversity. And in Kashmir, the Saifuddin Soz, the then president of the Congress party, says that Kashmir should secede. This is diversity. When Mamata Banerjee said, "Hey, Bengal mein bahar ka aadmi kaise aa jayega?" This is diversity. And then when we talk about Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat, when Prime Minister talked about Kashi Tamil Sangam and using AI for the first time, I can say, in the entire history of the country, and North India, a Prime Minister is speaking and it is getting translated into Tamil. Never happened in North India, a Prime Minister would have been speaking and it is getting translated into Tamil. This is unity. And after hang in shame, I would like to say, yes, of course, I agree that in Bilkis Bano case, after 14 years of imprisonment, they were released. Now, after court judgment, they are back. But when Imrana was there in Western UP, she was raped by her father-in-law. And then the Maulvi gave a fatwa. Now she became the wife of her father-in-law and mother of her husband. And he remained with Jalwai Jalal, Maulvi Mukarram. And everybody was standing, bowing in front of it because it was secular, peaceful, soothing Sangeet. When 5 lakh Kashmiris were asked छोड़ के चले जाओ कश्मीर से और अपनी बेटियों को छोड़ जाओ। गिरजा टिक्कू के साथ रेप करके आरे से काट दिया गया। No. There was nothing to be hanged in shame, and those people were welcomed in Prime Minister office. This was in Kerala. V.S. Achyutanandan was the Chief Minister of Communist Party, and Oman Chandy was the Chief Minister of Congress Party. Both have talked about love jihad, and they said that the thousands of reports are there. And on that day, you used to ridicule their own chief ministers, their own government. This was nothing to hang in shame. This was because that was a secular symphony for which every country should be ready for that. And finally, on Manipur, I would like to say, they have talked so much about Manipur. Our government was working with full sensitivity and sincerity. They have brought no confidence motion against the central government for Manipur. But had they given any notice against the Manipur government? No. Because this is sheer politics, that you have to create a Manipur just to use the Manipur at the national level, and no serious thing to be done at Manipur level. I asked when the no confidence motion was brought against Manipur. For Manipur, and no confidence was brought in center despite knowing that this is not going to succeed. But forget about no confidence motion, not even a single notice given to Manipur government. बताइए लीडर ऑफ अपोजिशन का कोई स्टेटमेंट मणिपुर में, क्योंकि इनको पता है कि मणिपुर की हकीकत क्या है, इसलिए दिल्ली में सियासत करनी. N number of things can be explained, but finally I would like to say one sentence. आप मानिए या ना मानिए, India is coming out of this slumber of centuries with confidence and development. This is not our data, sir. IMF has said that India is emerged as the brightest spot in the international economy, and that IMF in which Dr. Manmohan Singh has worked. So if you have any faith in Dr. Manmohan Singh's parental organization, then you should accept. Otherwise, you are free to criticize IMF also. Like you have demeaned Manmohan Singh, you can ready to demean any agency also.
Right. Now, Sanjay ji, you'll have to yield a bit because I'll get Ghanshyam Tiwari. It's on the day also when we are recording this that Akhilesh Yadav, the chief of the Samajwadi Party, has released the Samajwadi Party's manifesto, which has said that we want to save the Samvidhan. We need to get everybody Saman Adhikar, Samvidhan se, and that was something that he has spoken about. So, Ghanshyam Tiwari, this is the same Akhilesh Yadav under whose regime and before that, UP was known as the Badlands. And everywhere gun culture was present. Today, is Akhilesh Yadav taking a national narrative, or is he also perhaps struggling to stay afloat in his own bastion, that is Uttar Pradesh, in his own state? And that's why this whole question of whether it's regional versus national. Your thoughts first, and then your thoughts on what Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi also has said. Please, go ahead, please. Thank you for your patience. You're on mute, Arjun.
Anand, greetings to you, the viewers, and my fellow co-panelists. There are three aspects to this debate. One, to your viewers, is this a fight between yesterday and today? Or it's a fight for today and tomorrow? ये बीते हुए कल की लड़ाई है आज से, या आने वाले आज और कल के लिए लड़ाई है? When you think about the fight between yesterday and today, you quote certain basic numbers. For example, I quote from RBI Economic Handbook of 2023. In 2014-15, on their page 41, they note that the number of people employed in public and organized private sectors were roughly 4.68 crores. This is 2014-15. And in 22-23, the number of people employed in organized and private sectors is 4.57 crores. During that time, 10 years, every year we added 2 crore youth to our workforce. The number of people as per RBI employed in our workforce, as per RBI 2023, reduced. This is the fight. The fight is that when it gets published, that 83% of our youth are 80, here it is, the ILO publishes, that 83% of our youth are unemployed. This is the battle that the Prime Minister does not understand. The fact that Sudhanshuji anchored this debate in ideology, I want to understand what kind of ideology will be that the Indian Express publishes the leaders of, do these leaders, 25 leaders, do they belong to any ideological platter? Or under the same scheme, here's a photograph of Prime Minister with the man whose son is the main accused of a scam in which Chief Minister is in jail. This is Indian Express and every major daily published. This man is fighting for Modi Sarkar as a candidate. after his family has given 59 crores. What is this ideological battle that in the 70 years BJP has not gained so much that it has gained in just last 10 years as Chandado Dhandalo? They got 13,000 crores as donations as a party. Is this a profit-making machine? Can anybody here, in your viewers, name one honest company that gave that 13,000 crores? Can Sudhanshuji name? Haven't we seen the former and Sudhanshuji's colleague, the former national spokesperson of BJP and husband of the finance minister, Dr. Paraklava Prabhakar, saying that this is the greatest scam in the country, not just in the country, in the world? Who is the James Bond of this electoral bond, which has become the greatest scam in the world? It is the Prime Minister. This is not an ideological battle. This is not a battle between yesterday and today. It's a battle between today. It is a battle for today and tomorrow. And when you fight that battle for today and tomorrow, you look at images like this. This man says he's Modi ji ka parivar, Mr. Brajbhushan Sharan Singh, and Modi ji agrees he's his parivar. And this beti, ye desh ki beti hai, लेकिन ये मोदी जी की परिवार नहीं है, ये भारतीय जनता पार्टी की परिवार नहीं है. The reality of BJP's 400 par mission is that they have given ticket to a dozen people who have been accused of disrespecting women at every level. Pawan Singh, he was routed from Bengal even before he was given a ticket. Manoj Tiwari, Ravi Kishan, Nirahua. What do you want? You want rubber stamps who have publicly disrespected women and daughters through their songs, through their acts. Their MPs have been caught in CDs and they have to be taken away from the fray. This is the BJP which is not about ideology. This is somehow muzzle the voice of people. And as a result, I want to bring your attention to the manifesto that we released. The real fight is this, the right of the people. What is the right of the people? Where is the morality of a government where the Prime Minister has been accused of creating and committing the greatest scam in the world by the husband and former national spokesperson of BJP? The buck ends there. This Prime Minister has to go. He has to resign. He has no moral authority, at least in the eye of anybody who can read through the lines and see the reality.
Sudhanshuji, respond.
I was thinking that Mr. Ghanshyam Tiwari, who's a very highly educated spokesperson among all the parties, he doesn't need to have these type of books and others. Sir, you have said there are only 4.57 crore people in the organized sector. That's what you have said? I just want to confirm it with
I quoted the RBI handbook that says, and I will read page number 41, that reads, employment in public and organized private sectors. In 2014-15, it was 4.82 crores, and in 2022-23, it is 4.57 crores.
Now, I would like to quote these type of things, which is quoted out of context. So the fact of the matter is there are 27 crore EPFO accounts right now, Employee Provident Fund Scheme. 27 crore EPFO accounts, and you are saying just 4.57. This may be a figure of 1 year or will be a particular context. When we came into power, it was 11 crore EPFO working in 2014. Sir, us samay 11 crore the. Now it is 27 crores EPFO accounts are working, and still you are talking about this. The problem is because you want to hoodwink the people and trying to confuse the people. Again, I would like to say one more thing. On electoral bonds, you are saying the biggest ghotala. So the 2/3 electoral bonds have come to BJP. 1/3 electoral bond has come to BJP, which is having government in 17 states. And since 2 Lok Sabha, which we are having a clear majority government. So this is ghotala. And the 2/3 which the opposition has got, arey, ye to tika chandan laga ke de diya na. Because you are accusing and you are taking. The Congress party has got 1,461 crore of electoral bonds. And they are saying, oh, this is a corruption, which is having just 3 state governments. So in the last 2 times, they were not having even enough number to be a legitimate leader of the opposition. Trinamool Congress, just 1 state government, 1,600 crores electoral bond. The DMK, just 1 state government, 900 something crores electoral bond. सर ये जो बातें आप लोग करते हैं ना सर, इसी के लिए बात याद आती है. फिर मैं कहूं संदेश खाली चुप. लड़कों से गलती हो जाती है about rape after the girls have committed suicide. You know, Shanti Dhariwal, the senior most minister of Rajasthan government, had said कि राजस्थान में रेप ज्यादा इसलिए होते हैं कि राजस्थान मर्दों वाला प्रदेश. your head should hang in shame. And Ashok Gehlot, as Chief Minister, says कि majority of the cases फर्जी होते हैं, and he has given 57% cases are फर्जी. तो डाटा दे देते हैं, क्या क्या बोल देते हैं, then the संदेश खाली. Shahjahan is getting a secular protection, and those women which belong to scheduled tribes community are having nothing to this. So fine, Anandji, I would like to say about opposition, one line, वो पैरवी तो झूठ की करता चला गया, वो पैरवी तो झूठ की करता चला गया, बस उसका चेहरा उतरता चला गया. And in this context, again, I would like to say, 45 साल की सबसे बड़ी बेरोजगारी. What you're talking about, sir? I would ask the millions of viewers which are watching. 1979 comes 45 years. Look what was there in 80s. The rate of inflation, 12%, 13%, 14%, and rate of growth, 2%. You remember, sir, that so-called Hindu growth rate, and that was good. And right now, 7.2% of the growth rate, with 5% of the inflation and 3% of the rate of unemployment is bad. अरे भाई, when the सोना गिरवी रख दिया गया था, rupee was devaluation, foreign exchange reserve was less than 1 billion in 1991-92, and that was bad. That was good. But today, when the foreign exchange reserve is 650 billion, when the gold reserve is 52 billion, तब इकोनॉमी खराब है. इसीलिए मैं फिर कह रहा हूं, वो पैर भी तो झूठ की करता चला गया, बस उसका चेहरा उतरता चला गया.
Sanjay has been wanting to come in for a bit. Yes, Sanjay, final 2-3 minutes on the show.
Yeah. Anand, to understand the ideological mindset of the BJP, you have to look at one classic example. A judge of the Kolkata High Court takes a premature retirement, joins the BJP, and is a candidate in the forthcoming elections. He's asked a question in a rapid fire. Judge Sahab, if you have to choose between Nathuram Godse and Mahatma Gandhi, make a choice. I don't think that was much of a complicated quiz or a very dilemma-posing morality probe. But the gentleman said, ये तो हमें सोचना पड़ेगा. So, you understand that the BJP, the man is on stage with the Prime Minister. The BJP basically is, telling us in a very categorical manner that give us the victory in 2024. Forget Mahatma Gandhi, we will make it a nation of Nathuram Godse. After all, they have already had an MP who said Nathuram Godse, the assassin of Gandhiji, should have a temple in his honor. He's a nationalist. That is the nationalist Sudhanshuji was talking about. Number two, the BJP's Operation Lotus, जिसको बहुत लोगों ने कहा ये चाणक्य नीति है शाह साहब का. I think it makes a mockery of the common man's average intelligence. कि साम दाम दंड भेद चलता रहेगा, हमको जो बने हम वो करेंगे. मोदी जी कहेंगे न खाऊंगा न खाने दूंगा, लेकिन हम जी भर के खाएंगे और हम पेट भर के खाएंगे. You look at the reality that you have today an MLA stock exchange culture. Anand, you and I have lived in Bombay together. In Dalal Street, we should start an MLA stock exchange with the BJP being the proprietor and do an IPO. Let us have an MLA, we can buy and sell at our own terms. My last point. The legacy of Mr. Modi are three things. Fear. I've never seen the people of India. I live in Mumbai. I know businessmen and people from industry. You're डरे हुए हैं. WhatsApp call में ही लोग बात करते हैं. And everybody knows that the ED, CBI, and income tax or anybody can come harassing you at the slightest provocation.
So I'm running out of time.
That is
so
the truth.
I've got
fear, divisiveness, and anger are the three things are Mr. Modi's legacy.
My humble submission before Sudhanshuji responds to this: if you have done nothing wrong, you should not fear. There should not be any fear. If you are afraid, then there must be something wrong. If you're saying no, you've not done anything wrong, you're an honest person, but because you have a position that is not convenient to the ruling disposition, and that's why you have to be afraid, then, sir, it's a little rich coming from the Congress party or the erstwhile governments of the past, because Samdam Tanbed is every politician's work. And it's done. It's manifest in Bengal. It's manifest in Rajasthan. It was manifest in Tamil Nadu. It is manifest everywhere. It is manifest even today with yours truly. So with a party which has taken the cudgels and decided that you know the story. So I don't need to get into that place. So this game of intimidation is something which is a political tool that everybody plays. So you cannot color or color anybody in glory outside of it. But Sudhanshu, as the closing comment, and I'll just come back because I'm running out of time. The fact is the BJP the same as the Congress was in the 70s and the 80s? A behemoth where everybody came into it and it decided how the nation would run and how the nation would think and how nation would do. If you are just the Congress of today or the Congress of yesteryears, then how does that make you any different?
There is a distinct difference between the fundamental character of BJP and the Congress. And Congress is fundamentally a power-oriented, leader-based party. BJP is an ideology-oriented, cadre-based party. Till 70s, 80s, Congress has already seen at least half a dozen divisions in there. Vertical division. 1907, Surat, Naram Dal, Garam Dal. 1920, Response West. 1939, when Subhash Chandra Bose won despite the opposition of Gandhi, it was virtually a division. And after that, 67, Congress O, Congress R, Congress U, Congress I. Atal used to say, Congress Mai, Congress Tu, Congress I, Congress Gai. We have not seen any vertical division. Because we are a cadre-based, ideology-oriented party, there is a distinct difference. But one thing I would like to say, जो इन्होंने कहा लोग डरे हुए हैं, I would like to remind to the viewers, जब इनकी सरकार थी तो कौन सा ऐसा इलाका था जहां बम एक्सप्लोजन नहीं होते थे? चंडीगढ़, दिल्ली, जयपुर, नागपुर, चेन्नई, हैदराबाद, गुवाहाटी, गया, लखनऊ, फैजाबाद, वाराणसी, कोयम्बटूर, सूरत, बड़ौदा, नासिक, चलती ट्रेन में धमाका, चलती बस में धमाका, लिखा रहता था on the railway stations and on the parks, don't touch this thing, anything can be explosive. You remember it? Movie was there, the name was Wednesday, in which Nasiruddin Shah used to say कि जब कोई आदमी घर से निकलता है तो रोज उसकी वाइफ पूछती है हर एक घंटे पे चाय पी ली कि नहीं, खाना खा लिया कि नहीं. वो कहता है वो वाइफ ये नहीं जानना चाहती तूने चाय पिया, खाना खाया, वो चाहती तू जिंदा है कि नहीं, कि लगता आदमी जंग पे निकल रहा है, जिंदा वापस आऊंगा नहीं. उसमें डर नहीं लगता था. Now everything has finished. Still इनको डर लगता है. और मैं बता रहा हूं डर किसको लग रहा है. डर उनको लग रहा है those are involved in crime, those involved in corruption, and those involved in anti-national thing. I would like to remind डर किसको लग रहा है. You remember on the floor of the National Assembly of Pakistan, member of parliament has said, quoting then foreign minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi, उसका स्टेटमेंट था. शाह महमूद कुरैशी साहब आए, आर्मी चीफ आए, आर्मी चीफ के पांव कांप रहे थे और उन्होंने कहा अभिनंदन को वापस कर दो, खुदा का वास्ता है अभिनंदन को वापस कर दो वरना शाम तक इंडिया अटैक कर देगा. नाउ आई लीव टू द पीपल एंड द व्यूअर्स टू सी कि डर किसको लग रहा है. आई एम नॉट कोटिंग दोज स्टोरीज दैट दे आर सर्टेन फॉरेन एजेंसीज आर पुटिंग क्वेश्चन कि साहब ये मारे जा रहे हैं, वो मारे जा रहे हैं, डर लग रहा है, वो डर लग रहा है. यहाँ पर everything has been, the now terrorism is confined to the 4 districts of only Kashmir. But इस समय डर नहीं, because those explosions were not fear, sir. वो शांति के कबूतर उड़ रहे थे. And that was the soothing संगीत of secularism. अब जो हो रहा है ये डर लग रहा है. इसलिए मैं कहना चाहता हूं people are wise enough to understand किसको डर लग रहा है और कौन डर लग रहा है. And finally I would like to say जब कबूतर उड़ते थे तब डर लगता था, बाज उड़ते इसलिए डर नहीं लगता.
Ghanshyam ji, I have to give you one more round because everybody spoke twice, and because Sudhanshu ji is defending against 2 people, so we've allowed him to respond. But yes, Ghanshyam, you want to complete, and then we'll wind up. Thank you. जी.
Well, to the viewers, I will say that ये वाकई सच और ईमानदारी और बेईमानी की लड़ाई है. When the finance minister of India says on a stage to the media that everyone is welcome to in BJP, everyone, आप देश के गद्दार हो, यू वेलकम इन बीजेपी. आपने भ्रष्टाचार किया हो, वेलकम इन बीजेपी. आपका ड्रग टेस्ट फेल हो गया हो, यू गिव मनी, इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड्स, वेलकम इन बीजेपी. आपकी कंपनी घाटे में हो, फिर भी यू गिव मनी टू बीजेपी, यू वेलकम इन बीजेपी. आप एक लॉबिस्ट हो, वेलकम इन बीजेपी. दीज आर द पीपल हु हैव डोनेटेड. आई डिडंट से जस्ट इलेक्टोरल बॉन्ड्स. In 70 years, BJP did not raise as much money that they raised in 10 years, 13,000 crores. Less than half is electoral bonds. Where is this money coming from? And rahi baat dar kisko lag raha hai? When the sitting minister in this government says that you have 2 options, join the BJP or go to jail. सवाल ये डर किसको लग रहा है? When this government decides to put the journalists in jail, डर किसको लग रहा है? When they put Arvind Kejriwal in jail, when the money trail goes to BJP, डर किसको लग रहा है? When they don't want to tell the youth. And final point, because we started with unemployment and employment, I want to tell the viewers, अगर आपको 10 साल में नौकरी मिली है, या भारतीय जनता पार्टी कहती है कि 44 करोड़ मुद्रा लोन दिए गए हैं, यानी कि लगभग 26 करोड़ परिवार हैं, तो हर परिवार में 2 मुद्रा लोन गए होंगे। अगर आपके मोहल्ले में भी किसी को मुद्रा लोन मिला है तो आप भारतीय जनता पार्टी को वोट दीजिए। लेकिन अगर आपका बच्चा अनएम्प्लॉयड है, पिछले 10 साल से उसकी नौकरी नहीं लगी, आपके माँ बाप को पेंशन नहीं मिली, उनकी सेविंग्स कम हो गई है, आप महंगाई ने आपकी कमर तोड़ दी है, तो ये लड़ाई बेईमानी और ईमानदारी के बीच में की लड़ाई है। आपसे बेईमानी हुई है तो इनको हटाइए। और आपको लगता है कि ये ईमानदार है, आपके बेटे को मुद्रा लोन दे दिया, सुधांशु जी ने बोला कि उसका ईपीएफ अकाउंट हो गया है, उसके माँ बाप को पेंशन मिल रही है, बेशक, और उसके अगर वो आप किसान है, आपकी आय दोगुनी हो गई है, बेशक इनको वोट दीजिए, इट्स अ फेयर पॉइंट। बट अगर ऐसा हुआ होता तो ये किसानों के ऊपर ड्रोन से फायरिंग नहीं करा रहे होते, पेपर लीक नहीं हो रहे होते, हमारे बच्चे इजराइल में गोली के सामने खड़े होकर के नौकरी नहीं कर रहे होते, और ये लोग बेरोजगारी के बारे में चर्चा करने से भाग नहीं रहे होते।
जी जी जी।
एक लाइन बोल रहा हूँ साहब, इतनी बचकानी बात नहीं करनी चाहिए। ड्रोन से फायरिंग कब हुई है?
क्या हो रहा था हरियाणा में? क्या हो रहा था हरियाणा में? क्या हो रहा था? आप बताइए, क्या हो, किसानों की आंखें गई कि नहीं?
हरियाणा में ये बताइए, बुलडोजर लेके कोई आता है?
आंसू गैस खुजोड़ेगा कि नहीं? देखिए, ये तो
हरियाणा में हरियाणा में टीयर गैस शेलिंग था, फायरिंग नहीं थी।
हाँ, इसलिए इस तरह की
टीयर गैस क्या था? फूल बरसाए गए थे।
सर, यू आर ए हार्वर्ड एजुकेटेड, you cannot talk.
Let's not, after having such a fantastic discussion,
one sentence, sir. इजराइल में अगर कोई जाता है तो this has to be a perfect skilled worker. ये नहीं हो सकता कि ऐसे जाएगा and they get salary. सर गलत मत बोलिए, वहां कोई मिट्टी ढोने नहीं बुलाता है बाहर से।
गलत
लॉजिकल बात मत करिए हार्वर्ड एजुकेटेड होके। ठीक है सर, आपको रिप्रेजेंट अखिलेश यादव को करना, वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड। जिनके जमाने में यूपी में कौन जुबराता था? अबू सलेम, छोटा शकील, मुख्तार अंसारी, अतीक अहमद। In your regime, businessman says, used to say, I will not go beyond Delhi, I will not go in UP. Now mafia says, I will not go UP. Business is coming, flourishing. UP has become second largest. Oh, that is an altogether different thing. I just want to say to the people, आप केवल एक चीज देखिएगा कि किसके नेताओं के परिवार की आय बढ़ी है सत्ता में रहने में। जो गरीब गुरबा की बात करते थे वो आज सबसे अमीर हो गए कि नहीं? जो मजदूर किसान की बात करते थे वो जेट पे चलने लगे कि नहीं? उनके गांवों में जेट प्लेन उतरने की एयर स्ट्रिप बन गई कि नहीं? बस ये देखिएगा कि किसने देश के लिए किया है और किसने अपने खानदान के लिए किया है, उसके बाद आप डिसाइड करिएगा कि
फैबुलस, फैंटास्टिक, वेरी वेरी एंगेजिंग। मैं तो चाहता हूं कि ये बातें चलती रहें, लेकिन रियली रियली एक्सीडेड टाइम। थैंक यू सो मच जेंटलमैन, और ये वार्ताएं चलती रहनी चाहिए। वी शुड कंटिन्यू टू ऐसे meet on occasions. अच्छा बनता है। Happy festive season and occasion to all our viewers and also to our fantastic lineup of guests. Thank you so much. आपका बहुत बहुत आभार। नमस्ते। Thank you, sir.